What up, what up? Hey, hey. All right. So welcome back from lunch. We're now here in our third plenary session of the day, Innovating for Impact. I'm Lauren Stovall. I lead nonprofit and now health programs for AWS. And again, we're here all about innovation and impact and how to progress our work forward. And so with that, as we kick this off, I want to talk a little bit about where we've been before we talk about where we are and where we're going. So let's bring it back to how we got to the moon. First, we dared to even ask if it was possible. Then, human ingenuity enabled us to travel through space, an entirely inhospitable environment for humans, and land on the moon on the compute power of 64 kilobytes. 64 kilobytes, what that means is the ability to process 64,000 lines of information simultaneously. Now, that might seem like a lot until you realize that that's actually 100,000 times less than our current smartphones. It's also less than many of our current modern toasters and washing machines. So, human beings stepped onto Apollo 11 with the compute power of a modern toaster to go to the moon. And at that point, obviously, they knew they might not come back. And they did it with a shared goal, a belief in aluminum foil, which same, and their own human bravery. And what happened? We landed on the moon! We got there, and we brought them back safely. And it matters because those who came before us and dared to dream impossible dreams, those that required compute power for even the narrowest chance of success, they are now the reason we have at our disposal an almost unlimited capacity to change the world. And now, the risk of experimentation is next to zero. We do have the luxury to try and fail. We can change course as we go. Yes, there is still a requirement that we have trust in the data and technology that we're using. Yes, there will still be unknowns to navigate. And yes, there will be a requirement to accept a certain amount of risk, especially when we're trying something new. But when it comes to technology and innovation, we have to remember something. We didn't discover it. We invented it. And we invented it to solve human problems, to make what was once impossible possible and what we are capable of achieving, to go beyond our own limitations and our own processing power. And for everything our human ingenuity has brought us, and will continue to bring us in the form of technology and innovation, we also have to remember that we're the ones who have to continue to make the decisions. We have to be the ones to bring the compassion and context and care to those choices, to make sure that everything we do stays firmly planted in what is good and ethical and right. Because what is uniquely human also matters. It's how a family and community's grief over losing a child to an undiagnosed heart condition on the soccer field turns into a first-of-its-kind machine learning and artificial intelligence solution that can read ECGs at far greater accuracy than humans, with the ability to detect heart conditions at 95% accuracy to ensure no other parent or family has to lose their child and not have the opportunity to watch them grow up. It's how a nation protects its veterans as they protected and served us by leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning to redefine how we understand pre-suicidal behaviors in ways we have never been able to before, to give hope to our heroes and ensure we can reduce the military suicide rate by a minimum of 40% by 2030. And it's how a scientific community, a human scientific community, studying the human brain, uses the human ingenuity of that brain to build the brain knowledge platform, applying artificial intelligence and machine learning to support researchers in making inferences that humans simply cannot make. To know exactly what goes wrong in diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and cancer. To be able to precisely target those issues, be able to solve them, and in the process, begin to understand how the human brain actually works, so we can leverage that knowledge for the good of society. And further, we find ourselves in a moment where we can go further faster. Dreams that were once impossible are now possible. We can get there, but it does require us to work together to bring our human ingenuity and our passion and our expertise and our unique backgrounds and our unique ideas together to be able to break the cycle of systemic issues that we're dealing with, to be able to solve problems that have eluded us, solutions that have eluded us for a very long time. And now, the exciting part is that technology and data is no longer just for the brave few. It's here for us, the capable many, to innovate on behalf of humanity. And I have to ask, what is more human than that? And so, with that, I am pleased to welcome to the stage Julie Cordua, Chief Executive Officer of Thorne, to the stage, who's going to share more about their work in innovating on behalf of children and building a safer world. Thank you.